Welcome family, this is the Velvet Locks again with another video. Now, I've been getting so many of your messages, you guys. I thank you so much for sharing your experiences with me, sharing your situations and the things that you've been through. And I appreciate it so much. But one thing I've been noticing in the comments down below where some of you are concerned or been asking questions regarding money and how the narcissists are with money. And that kind of struck up a very, interesting video for you today, okay? Which kind of brought me into what we're getting ready to talk about, and that's narcissists and how bad they are with money and handling money. One thing I'm sure most of you already know is that narcissists are very careless and irresponsible when it comes to money, when it comes to financial situations. They're not good. They're not team players when it comes to stuff like that. Narcissists like to spend their money selfishly on themselves. Now, I'm not saying that they won't spend any money on you, because remember, in the love bombing stages, they used to shower you with all these gifts and buy you things and all this other stuff. But that was just to get you in. That was just to woo you, to condition you for what's getting ready to happen. Because narcissists are always in some sort of financial mix-up. They're always into some sort of financial catastrophe. Whereas the IRS put a hole on their account because of monies that they owe. Their checks were short this week. You know, they didn't put in a couple of hours on their checks, so they didn't get enough money. Or it could be they had extra bills this week to pay for, and half the times they ain't even paying their own bills, okay? Most of the time, narcissists are out there splurging and spending money, whether it be on the new supply, their side pieces, or just selfishly going out there blowing their money on themselves. Or narcissists they have low self-esteem, so a lot of times they'll go shopping and buying stuff to make themselves feel better. Which, I mean, yeah, you know, we go on these little pick-me-up type of shopping sprees, but with a narcissist, that's very common, okay? They buy things that they really don't need. They just feel at the moment, they're like whimsical people. They do things at the spur of the moment. So if their spirit feel like, oh wow, I need this nice flashy red Mercedes Benz, guess what? They're going to go after it. If that's what they want so bad, they're going to get it. And yeah, they'll get it, but not necessarily need it. You see what I mean? It could be anything. It could be anything. They will buy what they want, and you can't tell them anything about it because that's how they feel. Not caring at all about budgeting, bills, you know, other responsibilities, whatever it is. And half the time when they buy something, they fall out of love with it so fast. They just don't have the interest that they had in it when they first was trying to get it. So pretty much they end up moving on the next, okay? So that nice, beautiful car or that nice, you know, whatever it is, they fall out of love with it. They get tired of it. So now they want something new, something to keep them on that high that they feel about themselves. So a lot of times narcissists spend their money just to make themselves feel like there's something, to make them feel good about themselves because of the lacking that they feel about themselves on a regular. I mean, like I said, they have low self-esteem issues. So buying stuff is their mental way of thinking that they're about something. And be very careful, because a lot of times they'll buy these extravagant presents to use them as bait to trap unexpecting people, or to woo them in, whether it's a car to woo them in, okay? So be very careful. Narcissists, they're horrible with money. When we meet these people, we're not expecting, you know, a lot of times when they buy these things, they buy whatever it is that they're looking to get, they're not really looking at it as though they're doing this for themselves. They're doing it all by themselves. Although it would be something that they want. But the other part of that is you're also going to be enjoying of that responsibility. Because a lot of times narcissist looks at you as their caretakers. Okay, you're the one, like their parent. You're like their mama or their or their father. So they're looking at you as their backup source. So when they fall into these pit holes, these pitfalls, these big holes that they've dug for themselves, well, guess who they're looking to bail them out? Yeah, you. Someone who's going to take care of them when they can't financially take care of this bill or this responsibility. Who do you think is going to take care of that? All right? They're looking at you. I remember with my ex-narc, when we first met, well, not really first met, but when we started getting comfortable with each other, or should I say when he got comfortable with me, that big exterior about, oh, I don't want you to ever give me any money. No, no, no. That's not what a man is supposed to do. He's not supposed to take money from his woman. But that turned into, do you have such and such I could borrow? Can I borrow this? Can I borrow that? All right. See, all of that in the beginning was that fake crap. But a lot of times they're just waiting and seeing how you are financially if you're that giving person, because that's what they want. They want somebody that's going to be able to stand on their feet and help them out. Boom, whatever it is. They're looking at you as their ATM source. So a lot of times when they go into these big, extravagant shopping sprees or buy things that's not needed, you're the one that they're looking at to take care of that financial bill when they can't. And believe you me, you guys, they will get into some sort of financial craziness, whereas you're now being dragged into it as well. So, you know, narcissists are horrible. Horrible with money. Horrible. I remember the multiple excuses. Oh my God, when it was time for that person to help out with the financial responsibilities of the household, always, you can guarantee there was something that always came up on his part. Always some major excuse. All right? And half the time, it was nothing major at all. It was all lies. Lies, because they lie. They lie about everything. So even the little things as far as bills, they will lie about that because they don't want that responsibility. They want to have the fun of making their money. They want to enjoy the fruits of their labor of making money. But they don't want to join in on the responsibility of taking care of financial responsibilities, okay? So just know, you guys, men and women, if you're with somebody and they're looking at you as their financial source, be careful. Another thing with narcissists and money, they're very childish. When they feel the need to buy something that is not necessary or not financially within your budget at that moment, and you try to call them out and, you know, pretty much tell them, listen, we can't afford it this week or whatever the case is, they will overtalk you. They will get loud. They will get enraged. Anything to explain to you why they need this and why or whatever the case is. It's all about what they want to begin with. So it gets to the point where you have nothing that you can possibly say because they overtalk you, they get upset, they get arrogant, and then they storm off. All right? They don't want to talk about what they got to do financially to help out. They don't know. They want to enjoy what it is that they want to buy without anybody telling them what they can and can't do. So just know, you guys, when you get with a narcissist, they have very bad spending habits. They're not good with money. They don't save. Okay, at least my ex-narcissist did not save. Was very bad with money. Blew it at every chance he got. I mean, I would even have to tell him sometimes not to buy me anything, but buying me something meant he was spending it also on himself, because he didn't just buy me and didn't buy himself. That was his way of being able to comfortably buy for himself by buying me something. So they're very bad. And then when the bills come, oh, remember we just finished buying this and we just finished buying that. And who do you think the bill falls on? Okay, who do you think the responsibility falls on? So it will definitely fall on you if you're with a narcissist. Don't ever trust a narcissist with money. Ever. Don't ever give them money thinking that, okay, you bailed them out and helped them out and had their back. But when it comes time to giving you back your money, you might as well call that a loss, because a lot of times, most of the time, you will not get it back. You will not get it back. There will be a multiple excuse as far as why they can't give you back the money. Okay? They'll give you multiple excuses. Oh, they don't have it. Oh, they were short this week. Oh, blah, 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 blah. And if you do get any of that money back, it's in small increments, like I said before. They don't give it back to you the way you gave it to them. They'll give it back to you in pieces because they don't have any intentions of really paying back that money. So just know that much. They'll borrow from you and they owe you. But then when it's something that they see that they want, they'll try to finesse their way into explaining, oh, but I paid it back. They want you to believe that they forgot that they owed you money, just so that they can comfortably keep asking you again for money. Don't ever lend a narcissist money, because they will not give it back to you. You will not get that money back. Right now, my ex-narc got people looking for him because he owes them money. And even with their jobs, they play games with, call out sick a lot. Always some excuse why they can't make it in, or they're going in late because they're irresponsible, can't get up on time. It's multiple reasons. And this is why they end up losing jobs too. Losing jobs because of their irresponsibility. So just know, you guys, when it comes to a narcissist and money, that's not a good mix. You will never win in that game, because you will be the one taking on that financial burden and not them. All right? So if you agree with anything I've said in this video, hit that like button, okay? Also give your comments down below. Share your experiences. I will continue putting my email on these videos, so this way you can share your experience. If you have any questions, anything, concerns you want to know, you can hit your girl up, okay? And don't forget, you guys, this is narcissist awareness. We want to bombard the internet with knowledge. We want to bombard people with wisdom and knowledge on these types of people, because this is not something that's really easily diagnosed. It's usually overlooked. All right. So this is why a lot of times they think that it's like a form of bipolarism. Okay. But it's a whole lot worse. So we need to make other people aware of the characteristics of these type of people and what to look out for. I have a video I just did on 10 signs that I missed when dealing with that narcissist. Okay. So check out those videos that I have listed on the end screen. Check them out, because these are things that's going to open your eyes. It's done that for so many of you. It's going to also co-sign on things and warnings that you've been getting already. So it's going to help you along the way into recognizing for yourself whether or not you're with a narcissist. All right. And don't forget, I got more videos coming your way. All right. So many of you have been saying you've helped me so much. Keep them coming. Well, yes, I got some more coming your way. All right. So until the next video, you guys, be safe, be healthy, and I will see you then.